Albany's Mayor Kathy Sheehan is looking to make some pretty big cuts, hoping to close a $15 million deficit in her 2015 proposed budget. The mayor is proposing, among other things, a 1.4% tax increase. That's the maximum allowed under the state's real property tax cap. Sheehan says homeowners would be receiving a rebate of that increase under the governor's tax cap rebate plan. Her plan also includes, and this is the controversial part, closing the South End-based ladder company number 1. That's not sitting well with many. Of course, the fire department on top of the list. On News 10 ABC's Liz Holiday spoke with the Ladder One's fire chief today, joining us now in studio with more on what he had to say about the future of the station. Liz.
Yes, currently both Ladder 1 and Engine 5 operate out of the South End Firehouse. The proposed cut to the budget would mean cutting Ladder 1 from the station and calling upon Ladder 4 on Delaware Avenue or Ladder 2 in Arbor Hill for any future big calls. But I spoke out with one neighbor of the station who says she has some major concerns. Claire Thomas has lived next door to Albany's South End station for 3 years. She says closing down Ladder 1 will mean less people at the station to respond to her needs in an emergency.
We people live down here at the South End. We need these people. We need them.
Chief April says it isn't ideal, but when forced with the task of cutting $1.3 million from his budget, there wasn't any other way.
No fire chief or no mayor wants to cut services. You know, sometimes it's necessary. You know, we're going to strive to keep our service up.
Now, the chief tells me that all 16 of the firefighters currently working out of Ladder 1 will not be losing their job. He says they'll nearly be moved to the other 7 stations here in Albany.
That would create more 4-man companies instead of the 3-man companies that we're running right now.
In fact, April says ever since they laid off 20 firefighters 6 years ago, the department has been stretched thin. He says even though some of his firefighters aren't thrilled about the change, it's what's best for the budget and the department. Though Clara doesn't see it that way.
It's not fair. It's really not fair, you know, and I don't think they shouldn't cut that budget at all.
Now, if the current budget is passed by Albany's Common Council, Ladder 1 will close sometime in January, according to the chief. Live in the studio, Liz Holiday, News 10 ABC.